Hello, everyone, and welcome to another live Watchalong show on Football Tour Podcast. My name is Ozzie, and I'm your host for this evening. Apologies for the slight delay. The game has just begun. It's still 0-0 in the second minute. So, what we'll do whilst the game is being played, we'll have a look through the lineups and see who is starting today. So, let's start with the home team. And in terms of Frankfurt, you've got Zetra in goal. So not the goalkeeper that I had in mind in my match preview. And then in terms of your back four, you've got uh, Neeson, who's basically better known as Christensen, Amenda, Koch, and Fiete. And then you've got Mario Götze. I didn't even know he was a Frankfurt player. He's in the double pivot today alongside Larson. And then you've got Knopf, Doan playing at number 10 role, Brown on the left-hand side, and Bahoyo playing up top. Then for Liverpool, you've got Mamadashvili, Robertson, Van Dijk, Konate, and Frimpong at right back. Then you've got Jones, Wirtz, and Szoboszlai. And then you have Ekitike, Isak, and Gakpo. So Ekitike and Isak starting today. I'm very intrigued to see, how the setup is. So we'll discuss that as the game goes along. But right now, Frankfurt are on the attack. Now, in terms of the bench, you've got Joe Gomez, Endo, Kerkez, McAllister, Salah, Bradley, Chiesa, Woodman, and Gamoa. And I'm assuming Trey Nyoni as well. I've got number 74 on my graphic, but it doesn't say a name. So I'm assuming that is Trey Nyoni. So Chiesa's there. I thought he wasn't selected. I thought he didn't travel with the squad. So that's positive. That's good news that he is an option off the bench. So let's have a look to see, how the team is setting up. So currently, it looks like it is Jones and Szoboszlai in a double pivot alongside Wirtz. But Wirtz, at the minute playing a bit more in a more of a flat three right now. And then you've got Isak and Ekitike up top. So there has been a formation adjustment today, which is positive to see. Actually, it's almost a 4-4-2. You've got Wirtz actually playing more on the right-hand side, which is very interesting. Not a formation or not a position I would have expected him to have started in, but let's see how it goes. I know he's played there for Bayer Leverkusen a few times, but it's not really his strong position. So right now it's a 4-4-2, and I'm very pleased that we've got Isak and Ekitike playing alongside each other. Verts and Isak not in the same wavelength there at all. Just got a comment here from Ozan says, big up Ozzy, big up Ozan, hope you're well. Ozan said you were correct, start bench Mohamed Salah. So yeah, he's benched him, which yeah, I think it had to be done, to be honest with you. And look, when it comes to being a manager, it's your job to communicate this sort of decision with your player. I wouldn't think he would have labeled it as that you've been dropped. I don't think he would have said that too because that's got a very negative tone. He probably would have said, "Look, we're going to rest you for this fixture. We're going to try and manage your minutes." There's a way of communicating just to basically tell the player that you're not playing today. Because I don't think this is the sort of the full gone conclusion where Salah is not going to start anymore. It's just for today. It's just a temporary thing where we've got to switch it up, try and build confidence within the team. So this 4-4-2 formation that we're currently playing might help in aiding that sort of process right now. So let's see how Liverpool perform today. But what I'm pleased to see is Isak and Ekitike playing alongside each other. So I feel like they both deserve to start. Isak has shown glimpses of his ability, not in full flow, to be honest with you, but he is improving in terms of his match fitness. So it would be very harsh for him to have been dropped just as he's gaining confidence and sharpness in front of goal. And Ekitike has been in great form since he signed for the club. So for me, you have to try and fit in your best players, and that is what you got to do as a coach. You know, sometimes philosophies and static formations go out the window. You got to do what's best for the squad, best for the team, And look, as long as we gain some points with this sort of system, it's a it's it's a green light. We gotta go and do what we have to do now. So apologies. It's not Trainioni. It is a goalkeeper called Cornell Miscuia. I've never heard of him. Um, but he has been selected, which is interesting. He's very highly regarded, top prospect. The Polish player has been labeled as. So yeah, let's see. Good for him. It's a great moment for him to be selected in a full team squad there. Good save there from Mamadashvili. Ahoya almost scoring there. Doan being a bit of a nuisance. Comment here from Oda saying, has Exeter ever played right wing for Colombo country before? Not that I'm aware of, to be honest with you. Whenever I've seen him play for previous clubs, for Frankfurt, he predominantly played as a striker, but what happened for first part of last season, he played in a two, so it was him and Mamouche. So with Mamouche, he would have to attack the channels on occasion, so they would rotate their positions. So you would see him on the right hand side. Um, Isak from saved by the keeper. Um, he has played on the right side, but not in a static formation where he's played as a right winger. I know for his previous club before he joined PSG, Stade de Rennais, he played on the left. Uh, like he played predominantly on the left, and then converted into attacker. So he does have the capability to play on the wings. But I think as he's developed over the years, you know he's pretty much models his game as a striker now, so it's quite difficult to just switch up and then play as a winger. But a player that's more than capable of playing on the wings, in one-off scenarios, can play as a number 10 as well if needed. So for me, he's a very talented attacker that we have in our squad. Uh, but no, not as a right winger as such. Lovely skill there from Florian Wirtz. Finds Gakpo, great pass to Gakpo. Gakpo driving the ball to Isak. Isak touch. Can he shoot? He can. Saved by the keeper. Not hitting with real confidence there, in my opinion. I think he was just trying to hope that he gets the target, but didn't really smash it with real purpose. But it's in the right direction. He's going away from goal. Very difficult to beat the keeper in that near post there. Others asks, is he two-footed in that he can cross or finish on both pegs? I wouldn't say Ekitike is both-footed. He can finish with his left foot. He's got a decent strike on his left foot, but if he was attacking on the wings, for example, I don't think he'll switch and cross with his left foot, for example. So when you're a striker, you have to kind of develop the ability to shoot with both feet, depending on your situation where you are in the box. So he can finish with his left foot, but I wouldn't say he's able to cross with his left foot, if that makes sense. So yeah, more of a finisher in that sense, but not really a player that can play with both feet. Looks like we've got a bit of a clash there with two players. A head injury, when Liverpool get head injuries, play is continued, but in this scenario, the game has been stopped. How ironic is that? So yeah, different treatments for different teams, I guess. I was gonna say, man elbowed his own teammate. He did. And the funny thing with our scenario the other day, Van Dijk pretty much clashed into both McAllister, and I forgot who the other person was. It was a United player. Embremo, sorry, it was Embremo. And, I'm seeing fans online, especially United fans, who are absolutely shameless saying, oh, but, your player bashes onto his own player. You know, continue, play on. So what are we talking about here right now then? obviously you can't really you get a sensible statement out of United fans sometimes, especially in that scenario. But yeah, it's just ridiculous. That's a card ref. Yeah, European refs are different. I'm not gonna lie. So which is annoying because it's like you watch different leagues and it's just different interpretation of how the football law is. That's the reason I think the Premier League has the worst officials because they're so inconsistent. Michael Oliver, regarded as one of the best in our country, is for me one of the worst, and has shown that time and time again. So yeah, but yeah, less said about the referees. Don't even waste my time speaking about them. Uh, cool. Roberts with the cross there. Mm. That's good to see Sabozlai playing in a double pivot role because that's been something I've been asking for weeks and weeks and weeks, and finally we have it now. I just really hope he remains in this position and doesn't get moved to right back during the game. I believe Conor Bradley is on the bench, right? So if we need a right back, just please bring on Conor Bradley instead. Bring Paul down right hand side. I think it's quite smart to play Frimpong and Verts on the same side of the pitch because they are players that are familiar with each other. They're very good friends on off the pitch as well, so they would have a good understanding to how each other plays. And with Verts in slightly low confidence, I think it would be a good way to get him back into full flow. So hopefully they can help each other play their natural games, and hopefully it benefits the team going forward. Jones has the ball to Szoboszlai. Frimpong with acres of space on that right hand side, but he's going to get picked out. Doesn't look like it. But I'm happy Frimpong on that side, holding that position. We need to try and stretch the Frankfurt defensive line as much as possible. You've got Ekatike, Isak, and Verts pretty much central. Isak gets the ball. Jones, trying to find Ekatike. Good idea, but not the best execution, unfortunately. Frimpong on the ball on the right hand side. No, no. Come on. Player forced to ground easy there. I would just say that should be a free kick for Frimpong because Brown is grabbing onto his shirt, but because it's on the blind eye, ref ain't going to see that or give that to Liverpool. A free kick to Frankfurt. Jones tried the Iniesta skill there, but unfortunately lost the ball. What about Van Dijk? Better defending from Van Dijk. Looks like Frimpong's got an injury. Oh, that's such a shame. You know, he's not normally a player that picks up a lot of injuries, but since joining the club, it's the second one he had a hamstring injury previously. At this stage, I'm not quite sure what this injury is right now. If it's a recurring one of the hamstring, that is going to be a bit of a concern. He's limping from that sprint that he had earlier on. It's a hamstring. It's a hamstring injury. Yeah, I was gonna say another injury. Yeah, it's a right-sided hamstring. So yeah, bring on Conor Bradley. Don't shift Szoboszlai there. Let Szoboszlai play as a midfielder, please. Yeah, so it is Conor Bradley. He will be coming on. Huge blow for Frimpong. He's trying to find his place in the team. Watch slot, puts the ball back to right back. Okay, well that's like yeah. Thankfully he didn't. Uh, he must have watched one of my shows because I did a whole dedicated show about solutions for Onslaught. So maybe he's taken a few notes. But no, jokes aside, I think he's learned that you gotta play players in their right positions. That's how you're gonna bring confidence into the team. So look, Szoboszlai playing like midfield well is exactly what we need right now. So yeah, good to see Conor Bradley on the pitch now. Hopefully he can perform as well because he's not shown the quality that he showed last season, in my opinion. So I'd like to see him a bit more creative, a bit, use his intelligence a little bit more because he's just been a bit more one-dimensional and not showing much end product. Oof, Ekatike. But with Conor Bradley as well, it does change the dynamics of that right-hand side. Because with Frimpong, he likes to attack on the byline, whereas Conor Bradley likes to do diagonal runs inside the box. So that would mean that Florian Wirtz has to play a little bit more wider than normal. So that's something they're gonna have to tweak a little bit. Or Conor Bradley will have to adjust his game and play as a proper wing back in that regards, i.e., attack that byline, which he has that capability of doing. But I've also noticed that he likes to, go on diagonal runs inside the box. So no, he's got to make sure he's tactically aware and not just do what he wants to do. Someone's like the ball right now. Cat forward across, blocked by Christensen there. Others ask, can Mo Salah play on the right wing back, Ozzie? We might have to be utilising him there now. Touchwood, if Conor Bradley, has a bit of an issue, then we're gonna have to utilise our squad. So it might have to be where Salah plays in that position. But yeah, God forbid that happens because I don't really want to see Salah playing as a defender or as a wing back in any shape or form. We have a corner kick right now. Gakpo set to take it. Decent delivery, headed away by Fiete. No, sorry, Hayat. I always thought his name was Fiete. It's Tayat. Jones on the ball. On the back So come on. Can't be offside in that moment there. It's lazy. That's lazy from Conor Bradley. Free kick taken from Frankfurt. Goes all the way back to Mamadashvili. So was like to Verts. A little bit dangerous there, but we still have possession of the ball. Van Dijk to Konate. Uh, Not the best of passes from Robertson to Gakpo there. Now Liverpool have possession again. Lovely turn from Verts. Come on, Verts. You got to do better. No physical duels there. Frankfurt playing with full speed right now. Oh, for God's sake, they've scored. That's really annoying. You could tell that they were building up there. Colin Verts, losing the ball there. And then the right back with a touch gets past. Is there a play offside in that moment? Gonna have to check the replay on that one. That was too easy, honestly. Too easy. How can a right back be scoring from that kind of angle? Outrageous, honestly. I was saying FFS. Our defense is League Two quality. I'd probably say Sunday League quality. If I'm being honest with you, Ozan. We've been absolutely awful. Schoolboy errors, not being tight on your man, but to let a player, not even get past you, and he literally just moved it to one side, half a yard, and he's shot on goal, and he's got the goal. Ridiculous. As I said, I've lost faith in Mamadashvili. I wouldn't quite say that yet. I understand what you mean, though. For me, in terms of his ball playability, that's a concern. Of course, he's just started his time at Liverpool, so that is something I think they will work on him in training. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna have to look at that replay as well because I'm not sure how he's been beaten in that moment. There wasn't hit with real sort of venom or any ferociousness at all. And right now we're a bit all over the place in terms of our attack. Ekitike and Isak haven't really combined together. They're just playing as two separate strikers on, one edge to the other edge of the box. They've not really built a partnership. They're not, laying it off to each other. No link up play between the two. Rosso in the cross, saved by Amenda. Ozzie the man can't stop anything. He's just big. Yeah, I hear you. Look, so far in Liverpool, I wouldn't say I've been impressed with him. I'd be lying if I said that out loud. I don't think he's bad. Um, I don't know. I feel like he's not quite ready yet. If I'm being honest with you, it, it's good that he's number two, but of course, when you're number two at Liverpool, you tend to play more games than not. Um, and because of that, he's having to be thrown in the deep end. And yeah, he looks shaky, looks nervous. We watched the United game the other day, and you said it yourself. He was very nervous in that game, and it was quite evident. So I wouldn't be too dismissive of him at this stage, but he has a lot of work to do. He really does. Because there will be a point where Allison, leaves the club. And from these early signs, I wouldn't even say he is the automatic number one choice. I'd rather get another keeper to upgrade on top of Mount actually currently. So, he's got a lot to work on, a lot to live up to. Um, Also shows you, the importance of Kelleher, how reliable he was as our second choice keeper. So yeah, Mount actually, he's got a good run of games coming up. We've got some tough fixtures. We've got Real Madrid at one point. We've got Man City as well. So, we need everyone to be in fit form. Um, so yeah, let's see how it goes. I haven't really created any proper transfer. I know Isak had that shot earlier on. Szoboszlai, of course. Frankfurt, defending in numbers as you expect. Good interception there from Verts. Back to Jones. Ekitike. Oh, Ekitike appealing for a handball. Ref says no. Akpal, good run. But the goal scorer does really well to make that block. Suppose like, excuse me, apologies for that. Conor Bradley, expecting to shoot there. Liverpool can't find an opening right now. Conor Bradley with the header. Good save from the keeper. What happened there? So we got fouled. Yeah, tail of the right backs. Christensen scored on one side, and our right back had an F1 goal. And like I said, maybe could have done better there. Hit it back towards goal rather than in the direction that he did. Because when the cross comes that way, you've got to do it in that kind of direction. He went too central, so but the keeper was still required to make an effort, save there. So um, it's a shot on target at least. Brown to Bahoya. Nice pass from Robertson to Ekitike. Ekitike driving the ball. Oh, touch from Ekitike. What a finish! He's nice touch of class there from Ekitike celebrating, but saying thank you to the crowd because of course it's his former club. But what a goal! What a finish! That second touch was sublime. It really was. Look at this great pass from Robertson. Good on the eye there in terms of finding that through ball. That first touch was good, but look at the second touch. Gets away from the player, nowhere near Ekitike. Look at that. Fantastic finish. Wow, that's a beautiful finish. I really like that goal. Very impressive goal. Because you always get strikers that can, overplay or overhit it. And then, you're by then you're so close to the keeper that you can't even execute the right sort of shot. Ekitike knew exactly what he was doing. The first touch was quality, second was even better. Got away past the defender, no chance of that defender. And resurrecting himself or chasing up with the player, and Ekitike coolly slots it right through the keeper into the goal. Great finish there from the Frenchman. 1-1 is the scoreline now. Well, like I said, we need this Ekitike in the Prem. He needs to be starting consistently, yeah. But that's why I've been saying for a few months, when we signed Ekitike and eventually when we signed Isak, this was probably before Isak. I was saying that we need to probably switch up our formation a little bit. And look, for Mercer's through on goal there. When you've got Ekitike and Isak as a strike force, you've got to play them together. You've got to try at least. And look, we've tried it today, and one has scored. So so far it's working. and you can't really keep one out the other. And I know it's been a big talking point because one will perform and then get dropped, and the other one gets some game time. So look, for me, it's a good thing that we had two strikers of high quality. But right now, because we're struggling, we have to use all our firepower at once, and that's what we're doing right now. In the long term, it might not be where both strikers play alongside each other all the time, but right now they're both needed. So both like the corner kick, Conor Bradley on the edge of the box. A terrible pass there. Honestly, making supposed like work there. Oh, that's really to Jones. Hey, Jones almost producing a poor pass there. Gakpo just about keeps it in play. Lovely touch from Robertson and Isak. I was gonna say for me, TK is a total package as he is. And this is something that I said in the summer as well. Whenever I've watched him, because we were linked to him from January onwards, so I always kept an eye on him in terms of how he performed. And of course, Frankfurt were in the Europa League last season. They played against the likes of Tottenham, so I did watch him a couple of occasions, and I saw it. In terms of the way he plays, uh, very very sort of intelligent. Link up plays so good. Very technical. Can do a bit of everything. So, like I said, he is a total package. What a finish there from our captain. That's what we needed right now. That's what we needed. Gakpo the cross and Van Dijk bang. No chance. Bullet header. Yeah, no chance of any of those defenders trying to get on him. Great finish from the captain. I was gonna say he's a complete number 9. He can drop deep, link play, fast break, and he's a clinical finisher. Yeah, it's pretty much spot on there. He can do all of those things. So for me, he's a player that needs to be in the team. But I also feel like he can play alongside Isak. I think they can form a good partnership. It might not be orthodox in modern game because you don't really get formation with two strikers, but that 4-4-2 diamond formation, I feel like it can work to the T. I really do. Not every team is blessed with strikers like Ekatika and Isak. So if we are, we've got to utilize them together, in my opinion. Ball given away by Liverpool. Frankfurt on the counter attack again. Through Doan on the right hand side. Tries to find Bahoya, but great block from Conor Bradley. No celebration for Van Dijk. All business, yeah. I think the players are, they're frustrated in terms of what's been happening in the last few weeks. So they're fired up. They want to, get a reaction and score a goal and try and get back to winning ways, which is the most important thing right now. We've got a player on the ground. Is that Koch? That's a great block from Conor Bradley. Hey, Ali McCoy isn't giving Cronenberg enough credit there. I think that was a fantastic block. The striker did what he had to do, was try to keep it low and hit on target, but Conor Bradley read that play and made that crucial block just at the right time. So, yeah, I don't think he's giving him the credit he deserves. Look at the run here from Ekitike. Lovely pass. A lovely finish there from Ekitike. Also come out with the comments saying, bro, that is an R9 style finish from Ekitike. Do you know what I was thinking? I wasn't thinking R9. I was actually thinking Thierry Henry in my mind. That was the kind of finish that Thierry Henry used to do back in the day. Um, so shades of Baba Boom to that extent, I guess. Um, and here he is, Ekitike on the ball right now. Great piece of skill there. Lovely pass to Isak. Trying to pass it to Flo Verts, but Frankfurt unable to keep it on the ground. I was in the comments saying, Ozzie, remember Adriano? I really thought he was gonna be the R9 regen. Yeah, he was one hell of a player, honestly. I remember at the time, I think Inter Milan had the likes of Adriano, Zlatan, Obafemi Martins, these strikers in their team. And he was something else. The way he would like bully defenders, but his left foot was absolutely lethal. I know a lot of gaming fans will remember him in Pro Evolution Soccer. It was pretty much a cheat code. Oh, there we go. Another goal for the Reds, and this time it's Kanate. Looks like Liverpool have been working on the training ground when it comes to corner kicks. It's about time. It's about time. That's something we need to work on in terms of defending against corner kicks, but also utilizing our tall and big players on the pitch and scoring from those situations as well. And we've done that today. Two on the bounce, Van Dijk and now Konate on the score sheet. Unstoppable there. Great delivery from Sabozlai and fantastic finish there from the Frenchman. 3-1 to the Reds. Back to Ozan Kovac's comments and said, then he flopped. Uh, it was more of a personal reason in terms of why his career went downhill. Unfortunately, his father passed away and he went through, a lot of mental health issues. He was in very deep depression. And unfortunately, eh, life took a turn where, he wasn't able to play to his normal level. And, that's how it goes sometimes, unfortunately, That's why you have to really appreciate and value the players that we see. They are all human. We're not playing them in video games all the time. And, a very big part of his life, which was his father, his father was the reason why he was a footballer in the first place. He was trying to make him proud and, doing it for his family. And once he left, maybe he felt like there wasn't a purpose anymore. There wasn't someone to play the game for. That's what he probably felt. So yeah, it's a real shame, in terms of how his career panned out. Um, but yeah, what a talent he was. I didn't think he was quite like R9 in terms of being here sort of regen or anything like that. But I did see him as his long-term successor in the Brazil national team. Different profile because he's a lot bigger, powerful, heavy in terms of his physique, but very, very agile for a player of his side, but then the way he would like shoot as well, scoring bangers from all over the pitch, like he was unstoppable at times. So yeah, it was just a shame to how his career ended up. A TK to Verts, he bullying them, yeah, as he should. Bro, his pace and power was so similar to R9. He bullied centre backs, passed him and finished the power. Yeah. So with R9, I feel like his finishing was different to Adriano. I feel like with Adriano, he was all power, in terms of his finishing, and rightly so. When you're blessed with that kind of gift there in terms of shooting the ball with that kind of venom and power, you got to utilize it, right? Whereas I feel like R9 had every finish in his locker. So it wasn't always power. He can do those, neat and tidy finishes, volleys, did do a lot of headers, but could score a header or two if he wanted to. But his finishing was elite as well. So yeah, very, very special talents from Brazil there. Good aggression there from Szoboszlai. Rushes over the cross. And actually holds onto the ball and produces a quick throw to Florian Wirtz. Wirtz driving the ball to Szoboszlai, to Ekitike. Ekitike to Wirtz. Szoboszlai. Jones. Also in the comment saying, I want a couple more goals, Ozzy. Need the lads to leave Germany with confidence. I agree. One thing I would say, I don't think we need to bring on Salah and McAllister if we really need to. If there's any injuries, touch with that hasn't happened. But I don't feel like they need to come onto the pitch. So use the players that we currently have in the squad right now in terms of the starting lineup and let them play to their level and try and regain our confidence, like you said. So yeah, hopefully Liverpool can continue on to the second half and build in terms of the scoreline. The nice halftime is Frankfurt 1, Liverpool 3. Much, much better performance from Liverpool. Not elite or not, prime Liverpool, but we played with more aggression, a bit more energy, especially in that middle of the park. And it's no surprise to me you've got Szoboszlai playing in there, and he's showing that aggression and that determination. You've got Jones, who's been, really good, roaming around the pitch quite a bit, trying to play the forward pass. So a better combination from the two, and you can just see the applications there. We're not carrying any passengers so far. So good start to the game. Hopefully Liverpool can build on and get some more goals to the tally. So in the meantime, we'll take a short break, and once we return, we can discuss tactics and watch the second half together. So I'll be back with you guys in about 5 or 10 minutes. I'll see you guys very, very shortly. Everyone, welcome back to the second half of Frankfurt versus Liverpool. I can't believe my eyes. Looks like Chiesa is going to get some game time. But who is he replacing? Let's have a look. It's Isak. Okay. Hopefully, there's no injury or any concern. That would be a bit of a worry. But looks like it could be tactical. Let's see. Interested to see if we stick to playing that 4-4-2 formation or are we going to switch it back to a 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3. Only time will tell. So let's see how it goes. Oh, look at that. Bahoya easily shrugs off Connor Bradley over the floor. Ozan confirming saying can't find anything that suggests an injury to his side. That's good to know. It probably isn't, to be fair, and the commentators haven't raised that either. So it might just be a tactical thing, or it might just be, give Chiesa some minutes, which I think is the right thing to do anyway. So yeah, it looks like it's like for like. Chiesa is playing up top alongside Ekatike. Bradley to Sobozlai. On the left wing. With cross from Robbo, punched away by the goalkeeper. Very good delivery from the Scotsman. There you go. I just had to set up my table again there. I was gonna say, Ozzy, you look like a boss agent in that profile picture. Do you know what's funny? I actually took that picture in Paris. So I went there with the missus and we went to the stadium tour as well. So yeah, that's practical. So Jackie does the whole looks like I am a secret agent of some sort, isn't it? But yeah, I was on a scout mission to try and get Mbappe through because he was playing at the time. But yeah, it didn't work, I guess. Or maybe I was trying to scout for Ekatike, who was there, I believe, at the time as well. So, you know, Agent Ozzy in full effect, I guess. Man used to represent this one most definitely. Most definitely. This is just my cover up as a content creator. I'm actually a super secret agent on the side as well. Got another corner kick. Hopefully Liverpool can capitalize and make it 3-3 in terms of scoring from the set piece. We haven't scored many goals this season in the set piece, so it'll be a positive if we can do that again today. And that's something we need to add to our locker because we're conceding a lot, but we're not scoring from those sort of situations either. So we need to add that to our armory. Oh, I thought Ekitike had the header there. I think. Oh, Kingston! Oh, what an effort there! He's onside. Oh, that's so unlucky. Just hits it wide. Let's have a look. Oh, that's so unlucky. Just missed the target. That would have been a sublime goal if that had gone in. Jones, Robertson. Robertson's had a good game today. Jones has been good as well. He's been very progressive with the ball. Something that we've lacked in our midfield. Lovely pass again. Jones. Lovely free ball to Ekatike. Ah, just slightly heavy on that first touch and slips as well. But Ekatike is looking lively today. Another corner kick for the Reds. Frankfurt feeling the pressure right now. Yeah, just slipped there, unfortunately. Yeah. Over the corner kick. And no one on that far post, unfortunately. Can Jones keep it in play? Yes, he can. Well done. Bradley, safety first, back to the keeper. Oh, good dummy there from Jones. Tripped there by Doan. Free kick to the Reds. Just got a comment here from Ozan. And Doan's also got a yellow card for his foul there. Only if you could hypothetically represent only one player in our squad as his agent, which player would you choose? Oh, great question. That's a tricky one to answer because if I'm his agent, then if I'm getting interest from other clubs where you're getting big money, then you know I'm not helping Liverpool in that regard, if that makes sense. And quite frankly, I like all of the players in our squad. There's not a player that I think, oh, he needs to go or whatnot. So, um, who would I choose? It's a great question. Probably Salah or Florian Wirtz, I guess. So apparently, I'm the president of his defense league, aren't I? I say Salah because I feel like, and I don't want him to leave, of course, but I think with Salah, he will eventually leave Liverpool once his contract finishes, in my opinion. Um, and the next move will most likely be in Saudi Arabia. So, ching ching, big paycheck coming out of that. So I'll probably say Mohamed Salah in that regards. Uh, so it has to be worse, isn't it? Um, Worse is there. He came to my mind second, but I went for Salah. I think I'd be Salah's agent right now because I think he will be the player that is most likely to leave the club in the near future. Um, and he wouldn't leave in terms of on bad terms. I don't think in that scenario. We all know, he's getting towards the latter stage of his career. He's got another year in his contract. So when that contract comes to a conclusion, everyone expects him to leave. Or even if he was to leave next summer, for example, people are expecting him to leave soon. and I think he would leave with everyone's blessings as well. So I'd go for Mohamed Salah. Um, yeah, and I'll get a good paycheck out of it, and I'll be able to retire afterwards as well. So why not? Mohamed Salah is a player that I would represent as a super agent. Looks like Liverpool have a free kick. This is the Florian Wirtz range right there. It's gonna go like that for Germany not so long ago. Someone's like telling him what to do. Remember, Szoboszlai can understand German as well, so he can probably understand, what the wall behind him is saying to each other. That's why he's telling him to, lift the ball up because they're gonna jump for it. Berts! Oh, great effort there from Berts. Beautifully hit there from Florian Berts. Great technique, beautiful technique. Easy height for the keeper, but I do like what he's done there. Holy Gakpo taking a corner kick. It's almost like they pushed out of the pitch there. What's going on? Near post. Ah, headed away by Frankfurt. Jones. Ozzy's coming to Ozzie will be including that Saudi PIF agent release bumper clause in that contract 100%. You already know. 'Cause that'll probably be Salah's last proper move, I think, anyway. Um, so yeah, gotta add that release clause, add that bonus in, gonna get that agent fee, everything that I can get to, live happily ever after, I guess, retire after that move. Don't have to work again. So yeah, that would be the dream right there. I was gonna come back to that, the Adidas clause, yeah, the Adidas clause, the image rights that a player has. So I gotta take a percentage out of that as well. So yeah, and a sign-on fee, of course. Can't forget the sign-on fee. So yeah, why not? Why not? Gotta try and milk it as much as possible. Once he gets free trains for life, that would be amazing, right? Because I think Adidas do the best trainers. I do like Nike trainers as well, but I think nowadays I'm more into Adidas. It's just more of a kind of like a nice classic kind of look rather than something that's a bit too out there. I'm not rocking bright trainers and trying to act like I'm a teenager or anything of that nature. So yeah, for me, Angus trainers, yeah, definitely the route to go. So yeah, that would be a great clause, isn't it? Trainers for life. So yeah, get everyone hooked up. I'll probably do giveaways on the channel as well. So yeah, you'll be able to win one as well. I can always just gift it to you as well at the same time. So yeah, that would be the dream there. We've got a substitution coming on for Frankfurt. Burkhardt, who was actually brought in to replace Ekitike in the Frankfurt team. I was like, saying crazy how us winning the game of football has lifted the mood of everyone. It's so true, honestly. You can probably just tell from my energy, like I wasn't looking forward to this game at all. If I'm being honest with you, just because of our form and stuff, and I didn't really have a lot of high confidence. I predicted a draw in my match preview, so I just wasn't expecting the most. And I don't know, maybe I didn't think Slot would make those tactical changes that we've all been asking for to some extent. So it's good to see that the coach has realized that we got to find a short-term solution to try and get us back on the winning road. And right now, we are on that pathway. Like you just said below your comment there, um, you said, although I should not speak or speak here until the final whistle. So yeah, I get your so cautiousness in your comment there. But right now, as it stands, it looks like we are going to win. So that puts us in the right step going forward. It puts us in a great position against Brentford, who we face later on this week on Saturday, I believe. Late night kickoff, 8 p.m. UK time. So yeah, should be a good one. It was like TK good pass, reverts. I remember when we played Bayer Leverkusen last year. From what I remember, I think Verts played on that right hand side as well. I'm gonna have to double check that, but that's the recollection I have. That I feel like he played on that right side during that game as well. So it's a role that he can play. Oh, lovely pass from someone there to Verts. Verts, unable to get out of his feet there. Szoboszlai to Verts again. Strong play from Verts. Szoboszlai with a shot. Oh, it's dragged it wide. Good play there with Szoboszlai and Verts. Van Dijk on the ball. Capo. Lovely through ball to Ekitike. Maybe she'll square it to Chiesa there. I understand why he shot because I probably would have done the same thing, but the technique wasn't there. You had to lean a bit more to your left side and then try and place with your right foot. Oh, decent cross from Ekitike, but completely missed Bradley and Verts in the middle of the box. So Boslai to Verts. Bradley shoots. Oh, it's hit the post. Good save from the keeper, though. I think it's hit onto the post. Great strike there from Bradley. Coming here from Ozan saying Ibu has been playing much better as of late, Ozzy. He switched on. I completely agree with you, Ozan. The last game against Manchester, I know we didn't win, but he was much, much better in that game. Really, really good. And I feel like Van Dijk was below his standards and pretty much Ibu carried him in the game. It sounds a bit harsh, sounds a bit strong, but I think Ibu was fantastic, covered Van Dijk on numerous occasions. And today he's looked very solid, very dominant, um, back to his best, slowly, slowly getting there. So yeah, great for Ibu Konate, and we needed it. Great timing in that regards. And then as I was saying, I also have to say Kurt has been really good. He has. For me, the start today was warranted. He was great when he came off the bench against United, and even in the last few other games before the international break, whenever he came on, he definitely produced a good sort of impression on the game. So for me, right deserves to be in the lineup right now, especially when you've got a player of McAllister's ability who is not on form at all or doesn't even look fully fit to me. So yeah, fully deserves to be in the team. And I know he's a player that splits the fan base, but I've always liked Jones. I feel like whenever he plays, he always tries his best. He's a good squad player to have, in my opinion. So yeah, really impressed in terms of what he's produced today and this season so far. Good touch there from Canal. Szoboszlai, lovely play from Szoboszlai. Can he find the pass? Yes, he can. To Florian Wirtz. Florian Wirtz for triple. Wants to get myself. Fantastic play from the Reds. And that came all from Szoboszlai. Lovely through ball from Szoboszlai. 2 Wirtz. And this really annoys me. I've been saying it for weeks. Play Szoboszlai in that double pivot. And today's look how dominant he's been in that middle of the park. I'm happy, but I'm also annoyed with Slot as well that he never put him in his right position. But look at that ball. Fantastic through ball to Florian Wirtz. And then that pass from Wirtz. Oh, absolutely inch perfect that was. And Gakpo with the left footed finish there. Fantastic goal. 2 assists for Florian Wirtz. So people doing this 007 or 0010, whatever nonsense that they're doing, can shut up now. So it's just getting a bit tiring, listening to these stupid agendas from rival fans. I was gonna say, Ozzie, we're back on that title charge. Yeah, we're back. Just like United fans said they were back, after beating us. We're back as well. Why not? Well, look, this is going to bode really well for the team. I hope this, victory puts us in great confidence going forward. Good tackle there from Robbo. Robbo's been really good today. Nice flick from Gakpo. Verts to Chiesa, driving the ball. To Szoboszlai, please. There we go. Szoboszlai, shoot. Oh, no, Szoboszlai. Why did you not shoot? Nah, Szoboszlai should have shot. Oh, that's annoying. Yes, selfless play from him, but he should have scored. Or should I say, should have taken a shot on goal. Gakpo. Keyes has the ball to Gakpo. Suppose I shoot, please. There you go. That's what you should have done earlier. Come on. Great finish from Sabozlai. He was annoyed at himself before because I feel like he knew he should have shot instead of trying to find a Ekitike. But in this moment, he had to do it. Another assist for Florian Wirtz. It must be something about that German soul because right now he's playing to his level, the level that I've seen him play over the years. Look at that finish. Look at that. Touch. Bang. No chance for the keeper. This is bread and butter for Szoboszlai. I'm not even gassing myself right now. This is what he's been doing for years and years. This is what he does all the time. Great strike from the Hungarian. And he's been fantastic today. One of our best players, I would say. I was saying, damn, Sobo, we're winning the UCL easy. Why not? Why not? Yes, we are. We're going for all of it. We're going for the quad now. Why not? 5-1 to the Reds. Frankfurt are a funny team, aren't they? They beat Galatasaray 5-1. They lost to Atletico 5-1. They're losing 5-1 to Liverpool right now. Something about 5-1 that they just can't get rid of. Good or bad. Oh, lovely pass from Verts to Szoboszlai. Ekitike. Jones to Robbo. Florian Verts on the half turn. Look at that. Chiesa. Oh, lovely pass to Gakpo. Oh, defender just about used his strength to get away from Gakpo. I said not to bring them on, but looks like Arsenal's completely ignored me. McAllister and Mohamed Salah will be coming on to play the last 20 or so minutes of the game. They better not come on and have stinkers. That's all I'm going to say. Ekitike coming off. So it looks like Salah will be playing in a more central role, which is interesting. Gakpo and Ekitike coming off for Salah and McAllister. For some reason, I thought Chiesa was getting substituted. I'm thinking, what the hell? That's a bit of a P-Tech. I just want to get a drink of water, but yeah, I would not have been happy about that. So let's see how the team sets up now. Ibu coming off as well. Ibu not happy about being substituted. I understand because he is playing with great form right now, but fella, we need to, reserve your energy. We can't get you injured right now. So the game's won. We need to rest our players now, which is I think it's a good shout from Ozwrld. And we see Joe Gomez on the pitch, which is good to see as well. like for like substitution for Konate. Start his focus on Brentford away already, Ozzy. Yeah, rightly so. We don't need to play, know, don't have to play our best team right now. We can just utilize the squad a bit more. I didn't want Salah Mukaisa to come on just because I feel like maybe just need a bit of a breather and not to be utilized in this game. But it's fine. The game is not playing at a frantic speed now. We're not under any high pressure. So it's probably a good one to bring them on and try and get them back to playing to their standards again. But good to see Joe Gomez on the pitch. So was like lovely pass towards Salah. Good touch from Salah. Salah tries to hit the cross. No handball appeal. Van Dijk to Robertson. Jones was in the double pivot. And then you've got Verts playing at number 10 role. Or shall I say you've got McAllister and Chiesa further up, and then you've got Gap. You've got Chiesa on the left, and then you've got Salah on the right hand side. So pretty much a 4-2-4 formation right now. And why not? We're on top right now. Might as well try and add some more goals and try and build that confidence going forward. Robbo, good interception from Robbo. Chiesa, he's onside. Oh, the flag was up. Chiesa was offside. Yeah, I thought he was. Looked like he was. But the linesmen in the UEFA competitions are asked to delay that decision, which I don't understand. Madashvili, one of the best of kicks there, to be fair. Good header from Gomez. Joseph Szoboszlai. I was going to say man of the man shouts, Ozzy. Mine is Sobo, so you're going for Sobo. Sobo's a great shout, to be fair. I think for me, might not be too surprised, but I'm going for Florian Wirtz. I think he just nicks it for me. So has been immense, but I've been impressed with Florian Wirtz's output, providing 3 assists, I believe. So he's definitely had a great role in terms of the way we played today. So I'm going to go with Florian Wirtz. But Sobozlai not far off. Probably is about the same rating if I was to do my 10 out of 10 sort of like ratings and all that sort of stuff. But I'm going to go with Florian Wirtz. Bro, I'm president of the Defense League to his agent, of course. I'm Salah's agent. Let's not forget that I'm Salah's agent as well. So you said one player, so I'm sticking with the Salah one. But yeah, Defense League, yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that. Why not? Why not? If we get a penalty, please give it to Joe Gomez. Be nice for him just to break his duck, you know? Good touch from Salah to Szoboszlai. Poor pass from Szoboszlai. Should have played it on the other wing, to be fair. But I feel like he made thought that was too predictable to do that. Good tackle from Chiesa. Chiesa's been working hard since he's come on. Goal kick to the Reds. 82 minutes played. Frankfurt 1, Liverpool 5. Poor touch from McAllister. He's not impressed me since he's come on. Clearance from Jones. Oh, sorry. Oh, there in the comments saying Sobo is actually doing that number 8 shirt just as Ozzie playing midfield, pivot all right, pivot right backs, attacking midfield and left wing. Yeah. Hold on a second. Frankfurt on attack. Oh, just missed it wide there. Um, yeah, he is. He is. Reminds me of another number that could play several positions. Yeah, got to state the obvious. And when we signed him, fans will say, he's like our Stevie G now. Um, I get it. I think I went a bit more stronger. I would say he was going to be our version of Kevin De Bruyne, like that kind of influence in the team. But the Joe narrative is a bit more clearer because he's able to play multiple positions. I'm not saying he's that level, so please don't try and quote me on anyone. But no, he's a player that he's definitely you know playing to his level, which I've always known because I've been watching him for a number of years now, and he's doing that number 8 number justice. The previous player, Naby Keita, unfortunately didn't. Um, I feel like he cursed the number at some point, but thankfully, so Bosniak's taken it and he's literally made his own right now. So no, really good to see him playing to his level. and he's undroppable. Let's not be around the bush. He's a player that has to be in a team. So for me, I've always had him in the team whenever I present any type of lineup. Um, I think he's ahead of in terms of midfield. He's the first one on the list alongside Gravenberch and Wirtz as well. So those are the trio that I'm going for this season. Even McAllister picks up form, I will still say those are the three that should be starting most of our games. Look at this. McAllister getting breezed past like so easily. Like, has he just gotten slow all of a sudden, or is it just me? Like he's not on his toe, he's not agile, he's like very slow on the turn. Liverpool holding shape right now, but Frankfurt have been spraying the ball around. Robertson does really well. Oh, that's really make that clearance, please. Thank you. Oh, Chiesa gets onto that ball. Chiesa with the cross. Oh, good try to try and find Salah on the other wing. Hmm. Excuse me. Jones on the ball. Look at the crowd. So many scarves and flags. Quite a nice picture there, isn't it? Great fan base, Frankfurt. Always supporting their team. Jones. Liverpool just playing possession football right now. Good pass there from Wirtz to Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai through to Salah. Fast to Szoboszlai. Trying to find Conor Bradley. Good interception from Joe Gomez. Salah on the right hand side. Cuts in, finds Chiesa. Lovely pass from Chiesa. Salah should have squared it to Wirtz there. Just Verts has been sublime today. Really has. Forget about my job title. He has been amazing today. Verts to McAllister to Salah. Jones. Ah, come on, Jones. She was buried it. Oh, he was offside, to be fair. Got a comment here from Ozwrld saying, would have traded 2 goals from tonight to add it to the Man United game at United, but it is what it is. Football is a humbler. Yeah, sometimes that's how it is. Nice pass from McAllister to Salah. Salah shoots. No. Jones loses his foot there. Good tackle there from Robbo. So what's that on the counter? Look at that. Excel's past that player like he's not even there. Fine verts, please. Chiesa. Chiesa. They're all trying to get onto the score sheet. Should have tried to find Florian Wirtz there. But that is the final whistle. Frankfurt 1, Liverpool nil. Oh, Liverpool nil. Liverpool 5. What is going on in my mind right now? Liverpool back to winning ways, exactly how it should be. And what a great performance it is. More energy, more drive, more determination in that middle of the park. That's exactly what we wanted. And hopefully, it puts Liverpool in a great position going forward. And the confidence is built within the squad. So, great evening in Frankfurt. Florian Wirtz, for me, one of the star players today, alongside Szoboszlai, who pretty much ran that midfield on his own. Great performance from the Rays. Just got a comment here from Ozan saying, I want to start to play the same lineup for Brentford, Ozzie. I agree. I think I want to see the same formation as well and the same personnel. We have to keep pace with Arsenal and get 3 points. I hope you didn't just predict the Brentford score there. No, oh, I hope not. That I don't know why I said that scoreline, but no, that is not the prediction that I'm going for. But tomorrow we will be doing a match preview. Maybe we can discuss the game in more detail, and I'll give you my real prediction out loud. And thank you, Ozan, come back for your comments. I appreciate your company today. And that is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Take care, stay safe. We'll be back in about an hour's time at 11 p.m. I'll be doing a match action show where I'll do a quick review of the game and then player ratings. And plus, if anyone wants to call in, send you guys a link to call in and have your say as well. So that is it for today, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. Take care, stay safe, and I hope to see you guys in about an hour's time. Goodbye.